We appreciate everybody coming on short notice. You've got the details of some news that we're excited to announce today. Obviously, very, very excited to announce an extension for Coach Stoops and Chantel and his family to be in Lexington at the University of Kentucky through the 2019 season. I think you've got the details again online. You can get those things through your normal sources. Over the last couple of years, Mark and Chantel, Will and Zach have become an integral part of what we are trying to build at the University of Kentucky. Our football program has benefited from their efforts, specifically Mark and his staff and the things that they have done. Really excited about the direction that he has got us going on and off the field. Academically, our guys have made progress. Athletically, we've made progress on the recruiting trail. There's no one that works harder than Mark and his staff, and so we're really excited about that. From a personal perspective, you've been an absolute joy to work with. The conversations, I enjoy visiting with him, whether it's about football, sports in general, catching up on things that are going on at the university. It's been a real pleasure to work with and has made coming over to the Nutter Center and coming to Commonwealth Stadium a lot of fun, and I appreciate that very, very much. The success we've had so far this year has been encouraging, but that's not what this is about. It certainly moved us in the right direction. This is about the general direction and the trajectory of our program, and so we're really, really excited about that piece, and we'll continue to build on that and work on that through the rest of this season and over the next 5.5 years. That's what this is about. The excitement that he's brought to our fan base. Mark has energized our fan base, is exhibited by the crowds that we've been having in Commonwealth Stadium, and the response we're getting in the seat reallocation process as we build into our new stadium for next year. That's exciting for us. He has been extremely helpful to our program in the fundraising area. As we build our new football training center, we break ground on that in January. He's done a tremendous job in the fundraising area and helped us with that as well, and I'm appreciative of that. The recruits that he has brought in have played an integral role, again, in terms of the growth of this program. What's also been impressive to me is the way he has blended the folks that he came here, inherited in our program, the players that in our program. And I think they have bought into his system and his belief in them, and that's shown up on our field of play. And so that's been a really exciting to watch that as well. The continuity in practice, the way that they have bought his system, not only strategically, but the culture he's trying to create has been really, really important for me to watch. In terms of Mark and Chantel in the community, I tell you, it's been a real pleasure to have them in the community. The things that they have meant to the different charities and the people they have supported speaks volumes to who they are as people, and really, really appreciate that as well. And I'll reflect briefly back to the interview process when we were in Atlanta, and I remember the plan that he gave me and he put in place. He has followed that to a T. Everything that he has said he was going to do, he has done, and it's on schedule and on task. And so whether that was recruiting, the way he was going to build the strength in our program, physical strength in our program, the way he was going to change the locker room, all those things are on target. And so that's why we're here today. We want to make sure that there's little doubt our commitment to him and to his family and to his staff as we continue to try and grow this football program and compete in the toughest conference in the country. And so we're excited about it. And at this point in time, I'll introduce Mark and let him make a few comments. Then we can answer any questions. Where is he? Where'd he go? There he is, right there. He snuck in behind.
Appreciate you.
Coach Stoops.
Thank you. I'd obviously like to thank Dr. Capilouto, the Board of Trustees, Mitch Barnhart, of course, and all the administration. People have been so good to me and my family. So we're very honored to be here and be your coach, and looking forward to getting on this plane and going to Missouri and trying to get this win. So I thank you. I had no comments prepared, so. But no, I just, when Mitch and I talked about it briefly and came and delivered the news, I was obviously very grateful. So, but we're really concentrating on this season and what we're doing right now. So
Mark, as you guys have success and some other people start looking for new coaches, your name is going to pop up. Is this a symbol? What's happened here? Does this say, you're going to be here?
It does. I think it says that. I just heard what Mitch was saying, those kind words about me, and I greatly appreciate that. It's been a great working relationship with myself and Dr. Capelouto and with Mitch, and so I think it does say that we're committed to each other.
To hypothesize for just a second, is the timing of the contract extension somewhat put to bed some of the perhaps impending success that you have that makes you market those programs?
Yeah, I think that's what I just touched on. I hate to go on and on about that, but I think it says that we're committed to each other. It means a lot to me. I think I've felt great support from the moment that I've been here through right now, and by signing this contract and not even thinking twice about it, it says that I have the same commitment back to these kids and to this program, and I think it's a great relationship and plan on being here for a long time.
What sort of effect does something like this have on recruiting?
I hope it has a positive effect, because I don't like, I think you all know me well enough to know that I'm not comfortable with, the outside noise. We want to have great success and win a bunch of games. We're right in the middle of it. We need to finish strong, but I don't really want those distractions, and I'm not real comfortable with it. So if it could help on recruiting, if it could help with our team, that's why we did it right now.
Are there any deals in place for staff or assistants yet?
Yeah.
Or will they be made?
Yes. They will be made.
Were you always in talks with the contract extension even after the most recent one, or not even a year ago?
Pardon me?
Were you always in talks with Mitch?
No, we were not always in talks. Mitch came to me and was pleased with the progress, as he just said, and asked if I'd be interested in signing a contract, and told me the basic outline of what he was thinking, and I said, thank you, yes, I would be interested in signing. Yeah, no.
Very cordial.
Then we got back to let's get back to work on Missouri. But that's why you have attorneys and all those things. It was not 5 minutes of a distraction for me. So just appreciative again of just that's a big part of it, of feeling that comfort and feeling that support. You all heard me in my initial press conference talking about a big commitment from a lot of people. I certainly feel that commitment here, whether it be our fans, our president, our athletic director, the people in this building. There's great support, and as I said, I'm happy to be here and happy to be the head coach, and looking forward to many more years.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Two quick things. One,
Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you.
Two, whether it was a lawyer, third party, through your brother, Youngstown media, Youngstown Mafia, did anybody attempt to contact you? As you know, jobs happen sometimes now, and it shuts people up.
I call in my friends from Youngstown if I need to, and only when we get serious to nip any of those in the butt. No, I mean, that's why I think that's one of the reasons why when Mitch talked to me and asked me if I'd be interested in doing it right now, I would be, because I'm not interested in going anywhere, and I want to show my commitment. If you know anything about myself, about my family, past history, whether it be my brothers and different people, loyalty is a pretty big thing with us. And I certainly feel the loyalty to this program, to our players, to and all the people that have been so involved and helped us get to where we're at and where we're going. So we have a lot of work to do, but just feel very good about where we're at and where we're headed.
Mitch talked about the plan you presented to him when you interviewed. What was in your gut at that point that made you convinced that Mitch and the administration would give you the support to make this happen?
I just felt like it was always very easy conversations with myself and with Mitch, and I think we're both the type of people, is what we say is what we mean, and so I just felt very comfortable, and that's part of having any kind of success, is just having good instincts on people and what you believe. Obviously not always going to be right, but I just felt like it didn't take work for us to get connected and be on the same page. It's always been an easy relationship that way. Anybody that is going to have differences here and there, but it's been it's just been a good working relationship, and we hope to continue that.
Any extra pressure Saturday night?
Well, yeah, I think, there is. I do. I feel an obligation. I've never skirted around that question. I've said that, from the very beginning. I feel an obligation to deliver on what people have done for me, sure. But, there's a lot of things that go into that, yeah.
Anyone else?
Okay.
Now we'll bring up Mr. Barnhart.
Yep.
Do you have any questions for him?
Yep, thank you.
For you, Mitch, how important was it to get this out of the way before a lot of other jobs opened and that kind of talk started?
I wasn't worried about the other jobs, but I wanted Mark to understand how committed we were to him. Clearly, I'm glad it's something we can put to rest. I do want to thank Dr. Capelouto. He has allowed us to continue to grow this program. And Eric Monday in the Vice President's office, between the plans that they help us put together, whether it's our renovation or the training facility or redoing of Mark's contract, those things are huge for us. And it for all those that are wanting to make sure we're committed to growing this football program, I think there's clear indications it's important to us, and we're growing it the right way, and we've got the right guy. And we still got to go win some games. Everyone understands that, and we're in a tough conference. But I think this was it sends the message that we're firmly committed to this thing and to seeing this thing through.
Did you have a sense that any other programs had already reached out to
No,
Mark?
none at all. None at all. This is about our relationship, and I don't ever want it. I think people, when you start worrying about other folks, that's when you get distracted. And Mark is really good about not worrying about other people, and I want to make sure that we don't get all hung up about worrying about other people. And he never came and said, if this, then that. I never got. I hate the word leverage. That's the dumbest word in the history of words. But it's fairness is really what I think Mark is all about, and I love that. And I love the fact that I feel like he wants to do a great job for the University of Kentucky for all the right reasons. And he's a solid, obviously really solid, great football coach. I love what he's doing with our football program, but more than that, he's a really good person.
What's behind your philosophy of not having a buyout in the new?
I think those things are, I've never been a big believer in them. I think that if people want to be with you, they're going to be with you. If they're not, then, I've had them from time to time, and they always in a really difficult spot for people. And I think it's really difficult to have the relationship you want to have. It's hard. And so I've never really, I want people at the university that want to be here. And if they don't, then you need to find somebody that does. And so it's loyalty is a strong word in my book, and I think people throw it around pretty loosely at times. And so if I want folks who are going to want to be loyal to what we're doing here, and I don't think you need buyouts to do that. And again, I'm not saying I've never used them. I've used them, and again, I just don't think it's always ended well. So the relationship piece.
Anyone else?
Mitch, how close are you to fully funding that practice facility? What number are you at right now?
We're good to go on the practice facility. We've got enough funds to move on, and I think we're breaking ground sometime in January. So we're moving on with that. We've got lots of plans for that. Got it pretty dialed down. Mark's been very, very involved in that process. Really excited about what that facility is going to do for our program. And that'll free this building up to do some really cool things for the rest of our department. So I'm excited about that as well. But we should be good to go and be able to move on here fairly quickly, and hopefully to be in it. I think it's spring of 16. So you'll be in a new football stadium in fall of a renovated stadium in fall of 15, spring of 16, summer, somewhere in that range. We should be in a new training center.
Else?
And just as an aside, Jason, I'd like to thank Jason Sloffer. He worked really hard to help me work through all the details of this, and sometimes that goes unnoticed, and I want to thank him for that. So.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.